want where? What you want? What you want where? I will wait for you. I will wait for you. I will. Don't you just love those songs? Like you don't have to know the lyrics. Niggas know you don't know the lyrics, but it's just still that good. What it is, Josh, your girl Black Pop, aka Soda Baby, aka Asuka, and you're now tuning in on Talk TV. I missed y'all. It's like, honestly, it's just I've been having a life. No, for real, I do. You know, because I have to go through certain things in life to bring you certain messages, and today's message is going to be about why it's hard to make friends as an adult versus when you were a kid. Because when you were a kid, you go up to somebody, want to be friends? They're like, yeah, let's be friends. I have Barbie. I have this. Let's play. Kids want to play. Adults, you want to smoke, you want to drink, you want to you know what I mean? Like, and not only that, going through things in life is what makes you have those trust issues, makes you build those barriers. And really, what really inspired me to talk about this was because recently I've been at the gym practicing choreography, and to my surprise, people were kind of impressed and just started gravitating towards me. And in the back of my mind, I'm like, clearly y'all don't watch TikTok or dance videos, because this is nothing. This is scraps. But it's just what gravitated people towards me, because I'm being myself. And to dance in such a public place and be okay with messing up and doing that, it takes a while to be okay with people staring at you. And once you get okay with that, you don't really care. And I feel like when people see that, it makes them more comfortable. And yeah, that's what really inspired me to talk about this today. And now a part of me is like, damn, is this what I was always supposed to be focused on, God? Because I've always been into creative arts. The first thing I ever knew how to do after talking was singing. And as I grew older and matured, it was, you know, I've always wanted to be a singer, and that was like a dream. But, you know, when you realize certain things, like, oh, what else do I like? And then it went into therapy because I like writing. And as I look at this situation, I'm just like, you know, who you are as a kid is the seed that is sown into the person you're always going to be. The spirit that you have as a child is the spirit you're always going to have. And it's not really because of your childhood memories. It's really because of your emotional experiences to reality. And when you're a child, you're open to people. You're uninhibited. You're happy. You're freer. You're open. And it's because you don't know how dark this world really is. And as we grow older, you know, we go through experiences and we get let down. We get our heart broken. We get cheated on. We get tricked, lied to, scammed, bamboozled, stabbed in the front and back, beat, slapped, spit on, over, out. And get embarrassed, we get hurt, we get rejected. And because of those things, we start to build those trust issues and start building walls. And because of that, it stops us from connecting with people. And depending on how you were raised, it can even stunt who you are, your growth as a person. Because, for an example, Gabrielle Union and Zaya Wade, that child is going to thank Gabrielle Union for letting her be exactly who she wanted to be, because she's going to know who she is in and out, because she was uninhibited Gab let her be herself. And we the people don't have to agree with how open Gab is with her and Zaya's journey, but Zaya's gonna be a happy person, and it's gonna be easier for her to express herself in certain ways that most people who grew up a certain way are inhibited from doing, because they're like, no, it's bad. Your parents told you that it was bad to dance or, you know, play with different types of toys and little things like that. And when you grow older, you become more judgmental because of certain situations, and it stops you from connecting with people, and you feel safer alone. And as kids, without knowing all the darkness of this world, they're so open and ready to play, and they're open to experiencing life. All kids want to do is play. You know, they want to connect. That's how they connect, because there's no emotions that restrict them from opening up. And as adults, because of our experiences, that's what causes us to not at least try, because of the rejection we've been through or certain things. And when you're too used to being alone, you become uncomfortable in social settings, and you become socially awkward. And the same thing vice versa for the other way around. The person who's most comfortable with people doesn't know how to be alone. You know, there's nothing wrong with, sometimes it's okay to be clingy, but sometimes it gets annoying. And it's just about finding the balance between the two, because being with people is the beauty of life. You know, we have to deal with each other. You can miss out on a lot of beautiful experiences and certain types of growth that you get with being with people versus being by yourself all the time. Because even especially in dating, like, we have to deal with men. Well, I like to deal with men, because a lot of the time you get to see the signs that trigger you to know this is not the person that you should be with, or this is the person that you should be with. And being alone too long can turn you socially awkward. And that happened to me. And this is why I do YouTube. This is why I put myself in certain situations to exercise my social skills. Because as kids, we are naturally open. But in high school is when you start to be like, okay, how do I fit in? And then after high school, it's who you really are, and you don't really know. And whatever you turn into is what you turn into. And as children, we're still pure, we're still innocent, and we're ready to get to know people. And as adults, you get hurt and you judge yourself and you judge other people. And because of that, you alienate yourself from connecting, because as humans, we desire to connect with each other. That's what we're here to do. And I feel like with knowing certain things about yourself, you should want to make it a part of your life to getting to know people, even if they're not your friends. You know, I'm not saying just go up to anybody, but you know, if you feel if you feel like talking to somebody, don't hold it back, because sometimes we can't hold it back because we feel like they may not be into it or whatever. You need to expose yourself to those situations so you don't continue to hold back when you train yourself to hold back when you really should be expressing yourself. And you know, I feel like making new friends also, I'm looking at my notes, I feel like it gives off a positive, open energy. When you have the desire to connect with people, it shows people that it's okay to open up just a little bit, you know? And I understand that some people are not into the small talk, but a lot of the time, people are not ready to talk about your childhood traumas the first day they meet you, and who did what to you. You know, you want to ease into that. You know, small talk is very important because that's what breaks the ice to people getting into the deeper topics. And sometimes you do meet those people who's ready to get political and debate. And you want to be that reflection of a reminder to people that it's okay to connect. You're not annoying. Even though I feel like headphones kind of makes people like when you want to talk to them and connect to them, you feel like you're disturbing their peace, and it's just like, dang, my bad. I just wanted to see how you were. And because I know that's how I feel sometimes when I got my headphones in and people trying to like get my attention, I'm more cognizant of that when I'm at work, because it's like that's where you put them on. And even if I'm not really interested in the person, I still like to practice those skills with people, you know. And one thing that helps me enjoy my connections more, even if they don't last, is not expecting them to. You know, nothing is meant to last on this earth. If things can be long term, but it's not forever. Even, you know, especially like, you know, intimate relationships, friendships, when you accept that, it's easier to enjoy the connection and who that person is, because it'll be a pleasant surprise when it does. Because a lot of the times people are holding on to a lot of pain to the point that they forget that we're here to connect, and you don't have to be afraid of that, you know. And if you want to be a good friend, you just got to be honest with yourself about certain traits that you know you have. Like, maybe you can be a little too cold because of maybe not being around people a lot, or whatever the case may be, and not see it as judging yourself as ungrateful, or judging yourself as you only think about yourself, you don't care about nobody because you don't call them or whatever. But see it as something that you can be better at, being more open. And yeah, and the most important thing is to understand is to have patience with yourself and with others, because as adults, we have other priorities. And, you know, it is very important to connect with people, but it's also important to have that balance too. Anyway, make sure I like, comment, subscribe. Follow me on Instagram at It's Black Pop. My main page, So Talk to Me, my backup page. It's Black Pop Nails for my nail page. And we'll get into this next video.